that'll take us on to Wonder Woman issue 1. This is the 2011 series, the start of the New 52. Mary will be surprised that we picked something from New 52. It was mostly just about the length of the run, more than anything else. We wanted a lady book, a leading lady, because we wanted to try and distribute the books kind of evenly amongst various things, and we didn't want another run that was going to take like 5 years to do. So we settled on one that would take a year and a half,
maybe.
24 in a year, so a year and a half. I was right.
Yeah,
I nailed it. So
sure you did.
I nailed it. So so this is Brian Azzarello writing with Cliff Chang on the art. So obviously this is kind of interesting, jumping wildly from era to era here, because this was obviously propelling us into modern comics, and I wouldn't say comic telling or comic storytelling has changed that much since 2011. It's pretty much the same. We start off on the top of a building. We have 3 ladies in dresses being impressed at this penthouse, and a mysterious figure who's clearly not human, kind of schmoozing them.
It doesn't even try to hide that. It's just who exactly is he. There's hints even in his first line of dialogue, but there's more later that kind of gives you his identity.
Yeah, he talks about his father, who we find out later is Zeus, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. And he kind of turns these 3 ladies into his prophets. Is basically his thing. We don't actually get to see the result of that until later in the book. It's not until the ending kind of narration comes in that we actually get to see what they're going to say. But because you're thinking, is he just going to push them over the edge? Is he just here to kill them, kind of thing?
There's way more to it than that.
Yeah, but then we're introduced to sort of the main part of the book, which is this mysterious figure comes into a barn, beheads a couple of horses with a sickle, and then this is actually a really gory
I think technically
page.
It's more of a scythe than a sickle, but
Scythe, sickle.
sickles are like the round hook one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, semantics.
I thought they were interchangeable, to be honest. I didn't realize there was a difference.
No, sickle's it's like the short handle and then like the really rounded blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the long handle is
with the straighter blade in comparison is
in comparison it's still round.
It's rounded, yeah, but it's not like a sickle is like a complete semicircle.
So we get a really gory page actually of like a head and hands kind of like coming out the stump, the neck stump of the horses. And I think in this page you may be thinking it's just going to be like these evil people who come out of the horses. It's actually not. They kind of like also grow into the horses, and
they become centaurs.
They become centaurs, yeah. And if I have any complaint about this issue, it's actually when we cut into the house. I thought it was a little bit jarring that who we later find out is Hermes is just kind of here, and Zola, who's the main the woman who lives here, has got a shotgun to his face. I felt a little bit like, I don't know, because I get what it's doing here, where, okay, we're just cutting in and there's already like something going on, where, okay, she's like, okay, why are you in my house? Get out, or I'm going to shoot you. It felt a bit jarring to me when I cut to this scene.
I can see that. It is a bit sudden, because, you go into this, okay, it's a Wonder Woman book. We're on page, God knows what at this point, like 6 or 7. We're about a third through the issue, and still not even a sight of Wonder Woman yet, or even a hint of it.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's the way he turns around and says, Zola, we must leave now. It sounds like he's already supposed to be there, and he knows who he's talking to. And then everything after that kind of says, no, it's not that case at all. I almost feel like all you'd have to do for this jarring feeling I have, of this feeling a bit weird, would just be like have her react to him first, and then have him say that line. And it'd probably feel fine.
Yeah. Just so like, who are you? What are you doing here? Or something first.
Because then when he says that, like he knows her already, it would come off in the right way of being like that's the kind of the point, is that she doesn't know him, but he's speaking like he does. But because he says that line first before she gets to react, I kind of take that as my first impression of the scene. So instead of knowing that it's wrong, I'm like, oh wait, okay, okay.
And then you learn that it's wrong, and it's like, that was a bit weird. No, I'm with you on that actually.
So that's my one real complaint. So she screams at him to get out. Unfortunately, Hermes gets arrowed, and then the centaurs come running in, looking particularly demonic.
Yeah, I love the designs of these things.
Zola is obviously shitting herself. Hermes throws her a key. The key makes a teleport to London into Wonder Woman's apartment, and she wakes Wonder Woman up. Wonder Woman like grabs her by the neck, like, "What are you doing here?" This is very definitely an angrier Wonder Woman than.
Yeah, it's definitely like I think she's caught off guard here as well. It's like, okay, someone's creeping into my apartment that probably not a good sign usually. Some warrior instincts might kick in.
Yeah. So, do you know what the first thing is? It's been long enough for the New 52 that I'd forgotten what her outfit looked like. So.
Yeah, me too, actually.
So, there's a build up of her going to her closet, and she's like, okay, I recognize that key. We're going to do this stuff. I'll help you. Let's find out what's going on. And Zola realizes, oh, you're Wonder Woman. And when I saw the page of her in her outfit, I went, oh, yeah, this is the outfit.
I don't hate it that much. It's fine. I don't love it, but it's fine.
I must. Do you know what? It's mediocre. It's not terrible, but like it's one of those things where it just reminds me of the whole New 52.
I think it's I think it's only really bad because of the context around it. Of okay, what this is. I think if this was a design in just the next Wonder Woman story that's not Orlando. Let's pretend it was someone good. But the next story, and this is the outfit, and that's the first time you ever see it. I don't think it's a bad design. I don't think you'd mind.
Yeah, but I can't not see that and not see that lineup that Jim Lee drew of all of them.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair complaint.
It gives me nightmares of a dark time. Dark time. Zola actually goes to trick Wonder Woman because she's going to give her the key, but then sort of grabs her hand and activates it, and they teleport back to the farm. And Wonder Woman gives her a little remark about it, but ultimately, okay, we're here now, let's see what's going on. And, we get Wonder Woman diving into action. She does the whole crossing the arms to block an arrow. So really, it's probably the best art moment of the issue, potentially.
And that's saying something when it's a really strong issue for art.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. The art is pretty solid throughout. Obviously, the gory stuff I like, but this is kind of your big moment. Of the it's a classic action, it's a classic Wonder Woman moment. This is the equivalent of the page in a Superman issue 1 where he rips open the shirt for the first time. Like this is kind of that moment.
Definitely.
So we get a bit of action. The centaurs kind of run around and chase Zola. Wonder Woman has to intervene.
Yeah, she takes one of the swords.
Yeah, throws it at one of the other ones, cuts off an arm. Not a bit of gore. I do appreciate the gore. And
then she lassos Zola to bring her back.
Yeah, so, but this is when we find out it's Hermes, because Diana recognizes him and is like, Hermes, what are you doing? And talks about how Zeus has a child who's on Earth. It's not a big stretch to realize that this is probably the dude that we're looking at in the first scene.
Yep.
And that we find out that this Zola is pregnant by Zeus. This is a new sibling for this character.
Yeah. And she's like, shit.
Yeah. Because clearly she's like, okay, yeah, I did have sex. I didn't realize I'd had sex with Zeus.
That is classic Zeus, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So that's when we finally come back to the this other son. I mean, do we actually know the name of this character?
Yeah, we do. This is Apollo.
Okay, cool.
There's a big hint. He bursts into flame in a minute. He becomes like the sun, because Apollo is the sun god. One of the biggest hints is actually really early on, in his first line, where it says, "I'm the son of a king." He says "son" as in S-U-N.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. And I assumed it was intentional and not a mistake.
Yeah.
But I don't know these myths enough to get why. But cool, so it's Apollo. And he actually burns, after the three women give the information that he needs, he burns them. We see their bones and flames falling to the street below.
Yeah, and then basically the prophecy is one of your father's children will murder another and take their place.
So he's worried it's him. Yeah, and he's worried it's him, of course. So and that's actually the end of this issue, is the flaming bones falling to the street below. It's a pretty solid first issue. Like I say, I had that one nitpick of the jarring transition. I think everything it's so. I think honestly, my biggest thing about this issue is that I'm so used to Diana being more approachable and kind in this that it she feels a bit mean almost, even though she actually does help her and she does all the right things. She feels like she's more. How do I put this? She's more of like an 80s action movie, like disgruntled hero in this, as opposed to.
I get what you're saying. I actually think it's only just because of that first interaction where she's startled in her own bed. After that, I think she's actually really quite, approachable. Like, when Zola activates the key and takes them back, and she's like, "Oh, that was stupid," and Zola's like, "Yeah, sorry." She goes, "No, I meant stupid of me to fall for this."
Yeah,
she's not ever like blaming her for the situation.
Yeah, but even that line, it feels a bit more like, even though she's mad at herself, it feels a bit more. There's more bite to it than she normally would be of herself. It's less graceful, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I get that. Yeah.
She's got more of an attitude, not only to others but herself. It's her personality is just a little bit different. And I will say, I don't necessarily think I like this personality compared to the traditional Wonder Woman, or the runs that I've enjoyed of Wonder Woman. So. It has that kind of going against it, but the issue itself is pretty solid, and I do like the gory stuff. So,
yeah, I'm a big fan. We're introducing all this Greek mythology stuff, these really intriguing designs for the gods because they're completely different to anything else. And I think the art's fantastic. I think Matt Wilson's colors really complement the book a lot. Like at the end with the sunrise, for example, or all the stuff in the barn with the horses. I think the colors are really selling these moments for me. I'm a big fan of this as a first issue. But I agree with that first moment between Hermes and Zola plays a little strange.
Yeah. All right, what are you giving it?
I'm going to give it 8.5.
I will give it the straight 8. So, 10 from me.